There is a restorative beauty to simple summer days and female friendship. There is a beauty to running and laughing when the tropical rain falls, to driving and singing as the sun sets, eating papaya bowls in a hammock and sharing your morning pages, the thick, humid air asking you to surrender to the weight of your body. Oh, there is a beauty to simple summer days and female friendship. There is a beauty to the sudden rainfall that soaks your clothes nearly dry on the line, to the gecko in the corner of the ceiling, and the fine trail of ants on the kitchen windowsill, to the constant low drone of the fan and the dishes best done in the morning. Oh, there is a beauty to simple summer days and female friendship. There is a beauty to dancing in the kitchen, to laying by the creek and cracking coconuts open on river rocks, to the chorus of birdsong and the trill of cicadas. Oh, there is a beauty to simple summer days and female friendship, to slow morning stretches, sitting on the deck, looking out at cane fields and mountains with clouds swirling at their peaks. Oh, there is a beauty to simple summer days and female friendship, to cutting down sugarcane and chewing on their sweet fibrous sticks, to the heat that makes your head spin, the afternoon lethargy and unexpected naps, a soothing lullaby rocking you to sleep. Oh, there is a beauty to simple summer days and female friendship. Earlier this year in January, I travelled to Far North Queensland to visit my friend Sophie. There was something special about this place, the calm that flowed from the running creeks, the placid ocean gurgling against the shore, the Ulysses butterflies, singing birds and wise trees, the Daintree Rainforest, the ancient and indigenous roots of this land, home to the Kuku Yalanji people. We found stillness together here, spaciousness for us to open our hearts and stretch our minds. It felt like a resting point, somewhere to renew and replenish. Together our future dreams blossomed and past pains were soothed. Slowly we equalised in the company of one another, walking on country every day, listening to nature's song and the rhythm that rose between us. So Yalada, welcome to this video. I think this one is a little different to my usual videos. It's something between a vlog, a podcast, and a stream of consciousness, flowing through themes of simplicity, routine, love, and being a sensitive, creative human being. I hope you enjoy it.
Dreams, dreams, dreams. A little girl with dreams, dreams, dreams.
We've been coming down to watch the sunrise at the beach for the past 3 days, and every day it's been a little bit cloudy on the horizon, and I really want to see the whole sunrise, but it's also beautiful just to admire all the colors that start to arrive. Every time I watch the sunrise or the sunset, I just want to paint it. I'm like, how can I capture all of these colors? There's something so beautiful and peaceful about watching the sky change colours at sunrise and sunset. And watching the clouds slowly change. It's like everything's changing but so subtly. Also the tide is changing as well, it's coming in. I'm looking a little bit scared sitting on this log. I think I need to move because there are crocodiles in this water. And the tide is coming in and I do not want to get eaten by a crocodile today. It's so crazy because the water looks so calm and so placid and peaceful, but beneath there are predators waiting. It's coming, look! I see the sun. Yay! Wow, it's coming so fast. Wow. Wow. Sucked into the clouds. A theme that's come up for me in the days that we've spent here has been simplicity and just not that I complicate things in my day-to-day life, but I feel like I just have so many things operating in one day.
Yeah.
And it's like my normal function to do all of those things. And whilst it's like habitual and normal to me, I think that when I spend time outside of that sphere of my usual routines and rituals and whatever, and you strip it back, it's like when you go camping as well, like you're just in environments outside of your usual day-to-day. We wake up here and then we have our little movement session outside, and so like even in that usually I would go to the gym, or I would like, there would be so much more thought that goes into things of like, where am I going to go to do this? Like, what am I going to do? Like, I feel like I've just been waking up here and I just will work out very intuitively, and then we have our breakfast and we have the same thing every day. We have our papayas. And again, that would be something that I would have a whole thought process and schmozzle over of like, what am I going to cook? And then by the time it gets to 9 a.m, I've already made so many decisions. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like being here, my mind has felt very clear and expansive because I haven't been thinking about things that I usually put more energy into thinking about and planning, and so it's felt like a holiday.
Springtime, 'cause love
Even when I'm traveling, they don't actually feel like holidays per se, because I'm still consciously making so many decisions and planning things, and where am I going to go from here, and what am I going to do after this. And I have been craving something that feels closer to a holiday, and I feel like this has felt like that.
Where do you feel like the need to overcomplicate, or I don't think the mind is choosing complication, but what do you feel like is creating the complication typically, or is it situational?
The complication is the practices that make me feel centered in myself and make me feel really grounded and creative, but they just take more capacity in my mind in a way that I love. But it's just been refreshing to kind of step out of that sometimes.
I think what you're speaking about, to me at least, sounds like sometimes the complication comes from the care of like how much you care about what you do, how much you care about living well, how much you care about being able to, you know, embody the life that you portray. Like, you're not just somebody who's performing your life, you're actually living at the fullness that people can see that you are. You know, you have these practices that anchor you in. Sometimes I'm sure they don't feel so effortless, because like having a high standard of living creates weight. It does. It creates like financial weight, it creates mental load, it creates emotional load, there's relational load that often you get disappointment from that not being met. You develop hyper independence. It's like this idea, it's it's me versus the world. And to have somebody come in and go, actually, that's not true. Let me just show you what this can feel like. You don't need to exist in such a like armored way. You can put things down and flow. I get that.
That's one thing I love about like spending time with people, and one thing I was really looking forward to with coming here was what our rhythm will feel like in each other's company. And it's been so nice seeing that unfold so quickly. But like, I feel like we started establishing things on the first day. Oh, an afternoon swim at the creek. And it's just been like such beautiful, simple moments, like going for a swim in the creek in the afternoon, having a shower, coming home, making dinner, our papaya bowls in the mornings together, just existing. And yeah, that simplicity is so refreshing. And I think it literally feels healing and so relieving, because yeah, we just get used to carrying so much in day-to-day life, and everyone's load is different, but I think that everyone is trying to keep it together and carry it. And yeah, it's just so refreshing when it lightens for a bit, it lightens, and then you can go back to your day-to-day and just feel like, oh, there's something that has shifted in me.
So many people don't get that privilege of like, one, existing so deeply within themselves and with love for their life that they can create practices and experiences for themselves that they feel like just so enamored with, but then also to share that with somebody who has that same vivaciousness and you know, determination and will to exist and be alive. And that, you know, there's that whole the science of, it's the dopamine, it's all of the endocrine like receptors when you do something on your own versus when you do that same thing with somebody else, and the amplification of that as a feeling, like singing by yourself versus singing with somebody else. It's like your neurons in your brain is just like like so much more open, receives so much more like you know, so many more benefits. And I think it's so beautiful that we get to experience that and co-create that. And
Love me tender. Love me tender. Love me tender. Love me tender.
Thank you, Denise.
What have we got here?
We've got our local papaya from our papaya dealer.
She gave us 4 for $5. What an absolute bargain.
I know.
Our breakfast about to go off.
Breakfast is ready. Breakfast, le petit déjeuner est prêt.
Yeah.
Yeah, player. They're so cold. I'm so sorry.
Ooh,
You're
fucking freezing.
Wow.
It's your pumpkin.
It's honestly really good. Follow my lines, be good baby, do what I want. Follow my life, follow my lines, give me them gold coins, give me the love to the races, cases of the Cardi chases, chasing me all over town, cause he knows I'm wasted, facing, time to get a right curve, silent and I won't get out, because I'm crazy.
I suffer, you suffer, I suffer with you. You suffer.
No, I really am just so grateful for this moment and all the moments that I've had where I have like authentically and truly connected with people and shared moments where you see each other and there's no sense of like needing to perform or needing to be anything other than who you are in that moment, and that always changes. But just like being able to meet yourself in that place of honesty in shared space always feels so beautiful, and I feel like I've been so blessed to experience it, so much of it in the past like year. And it's so beautiful when you arrive at that space after being like in past moments having such a sense of longing for that connection. And I think it's what so many people yearn for, just like to feel true connection, and it's never something that can be forced. It's like it comes when the time is right. When the time is right. Even us together now, it's like we haven't been together for like a year. We haven't been in physical space with each other, and now here we are. The time is right.
The time is right. It's kind of You know, even earlier today when we were all entangled and I was nuzzled into you and I had my eyes closed and I could just access my inner world so clearly, you know, there was permission for it to come to the surface. There's almost this like fear, I think, that if you bring something that is so real to the surface, especially if you have evidence that it's not going to be handled with care or gentleness or tenderness or even acceptance that it's true, it's happening, it's real, the validation of it. It can drive those feelings down even deeper.
Yeah.
And I feel like today was an experience for me because I feel like in the past I've had such a robust understanding of vulnerability. I do have a lot of evidence in my past of being safe in that vulnerability, but then it only takes a few instances to just like
Knock that.
send it packing deep down inside. And I feel like after today and you came inside and you're like, I'm gonna cook, I was just like lying there in stillness and I was watching all these birds like flying across the sky and bats, and that was the praying mantis and you know, on the wall, and I was just like, wow, I feel like even though I'm in this like waiting pattern, I'm in this holding pattern, I'm in this container, cocoon in life, I'm so held, and the previous versions of being held, they don't touch this new version. And I'm so grateful that you are who you are and that you allow me to like lift this.
Stop, he's licking my toes.
Is he licking you?
Biting my toes.
Oh my gosh. Moth, do you want a microphone? He wants a microphone so badly. But yeah, it's like it's not a small deal.
It's not.
To give somebody that like permission card and be like, no, you can actually be your whole self. It's not scary.
And it's always like a domino effect or a ripple effect. Like I haven't arrived at that place of like being able to hold that space for you in isolation and like from my own doing. It's like came inside, and as I was cooking I was like, wow, I was thinking about all the other moments that I've shared with people where people have shown me that like tenderness and gentleness, and how when you're offered something in a moment you can turn around and offer it to somebody else, and it just can kind of become this like a baton that's just like passed back and forth of just being loving and being kind and generous. And
it's like, let me show you how. Let me give you the blueprint of how we should treat each other. And then, because that's the feeling that I was left with, it was like, wow, I can't wait to like do this for you, do this for my other beautiful friends, do this for random strangers. Like, it actually doesn't cost anything except courage and stillness, like the ability to deeply listen, not even to just what someone's saying, but what they actually need in that moment. When you're in big feelings, it can be really hard to articulate or even recognize what you need. And sometimes it is only through the empathy of someone else that we're able to realize our needs. For someone to go, I've, in the catalogue of my experience.
Yes, exactly. It's always
done this or seen this before.
I have been here before. I have traversed this hill and valley.
And actually, the pill you need is just some reassurance.
Yeah, honestly, that you're gonna get through it.
Yes, or like, no, you're not crazy. My favorite one.
Yes, exactly. You're never crazy. We're never crazy for experiencing big feelings. Why is my feet so interesting to you right now? It's really like licking in the crevices.
It's interesting. Where do you experience the most mastery in your internal world? Like from from your internal live
like
perspective.
A wizard.
Where do you feel like, I'm actually really good at this and I've actually really cultivated this? Where does that exist for you?
Noticing the beauty in little things and noticing them in a way that feels relational to my existence and my experience. These little things that I'm seeing become teachers and lessons in plain sight, but I think that I've developed a really good, I guess, way of witnessing that and putting it into words and communicating that in a way where it never feels like I'm sitting down and I'm like, I'm going to look at this and I'm gonna get a lesson out of it. It just comes from this state of like pondering and being open and feeling awe. I think I'm good at feeling awe. And a lot comes from feeling awe, I think, and letting yourself sit in it. Like, I don't feel like I'm the one coming up with those things. It's like they are offered to me in a way. It's like, hey, did you notice this? Did you see how this relates to this? And I'm like, oh yeah, true. And it just sort of like all comes out. And I've done that a lot when I was my adolescence and when I was younger. It was always, I think, a practice that I had that was like quietly simmering away. Always.
Did somebody show you it, or was it
No.
something you just...
Nobody showed me. Nobody showed me that. It was like a necessity. I think it was born from me needing spaces, connections, moments that offered me softness that my sensitive spirit needed, that I didn't get in my immediate relationships at that age.
And how long till we have a friend?
And so it was just like a natural thing of, I'm gonna go off on my own, on my bike into nature, and oh, actually this is really beautiful, and I'm seeing lots here, and I'm feeling lots. And even if at that age your thoughts and feelings aren't formed in like coherent ways that make sense, and I couldn't like process things the way that I do now and understand things, but there's just like this feeling, a deep feeling that I'm understood here, I'm safe here, I'm protected here, even if I'm just standing in front of a body of water or standing on a headland and looking out at the ocean. Or I just felt so much peace in those moments that I didn't feel in a lot of other places. And so I think that's where that like capacity to notice and feel in the natural world came from, like, and just living in a beautiful place and being surrounded by that. It's like, how could I not, you know? And then in tandem with that, I was developing my journaling practice as a way to get out the feelings and thoughts and ideas and dreams that I had from a very young age. I have a little book, I think it's like 10 years old, and it's like Cameron's little book of big ideas.
Wow.
And I would write down all of these, like, I'd get these like shot ideas, and I wanted to make like little movies and things, and I just like write down all of my ideas and things, and well, just to-do lists. I wrote so many to-do lists, and I just needed to write stuff down. And so probably that in tandem with finding refuge in the natural world just led to, yeah, how I am now.
How many big ideas do you think have been crossed off the list by now?
A lot.
Have you ever looked back and done
I have.
that?
I look back at it often, and it was mostly like shots, and I just take it as, oh, you wanted to make videos and now you're making videos, and you write shots now and you actually take them and shoot them and do them and edit them and put them into the world and people see them, and that is nice. Nice feeling for young me.
It's really special. The loop.
The loops, honestly. And now I have all these other dreams, and then in the future they will be realized, as happens with dreams. What about your dreams when you were young?
Oh gosh. When I was younger, I had very grand dreams. I had dreams about being seen, being famous, being in the public eye, like having a relationship with, you know, being special, if you will. And as I've gotten older, I've come into contact with and come very close to, I guess, externalized ideals, things that when I was younger I would have looked at and said, that is my dream life.
Yeah.
And what I've realized with time is, like, you know, the quality of a life is not the performance, it's not in the external viewing of something, it's what's on the inside of that, and it's whether the inside and the outside of a thing match up. And I feel like, you know, particularly in the last 12 months, I had my dreams completely rearranged again. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be a zookeeper, model, actress, singer, dancer. I wanted to be all 5 at once. Kind of like Bindi Owen, but like different, you know? As I got older, I realized like being a zookeeper would literally be like the worst job ever, because you're just performing, like hanging out with the animals. You actually don't really get to do much, and the animals in captivity are really like stunted in growth, and like it's actually quite sad in a lot of cases. So I was like, oh, strike that from the from the record. And then the rest of the things, like, you know, cultivating relationships with those art forms and realizing the challenges of performance, of being actually accessible to people, but only through their lived context, and never actually really experiencing like loss of self on a much greater level than what I was when I was younger. I really feel like my dreams were like an idealistic remedy for the loneliness and misunderstanding that I felt about who I was, you know, just feeling like an alien. I feel like writing has been such an important part of me freeing myself, finding my coherence, being able to write myself out of the clutches of relationships or old dreams that I held myself so tightly to. Is like the white horse and prince analogy. When there was no one coming to save me, I was like, my dreams will save me. And certainly I feel like I've lifted myself into a very beautiful life, but I feel like my dreams now are a lot more to do with like retaining my innocence, you know, achieving unconditional love as my baseline, like building a home that I can share, that also like holds me, and having resources enough to be able to share with people I love without second thought. And then just like having great love, you know, in all those spheres, and having a body of work that reflects and amplifies all those things. It's like the work, the external version of it for me will come when the interior is beautiful, and not just aesthetically, but like beautiful as a quality of internal and external matching. Every time I make a plan about what I want the external thing to be, you know, that saying like God laughs, like when we're trying to make plans, like every time I do that, it's like, I'm gonna go to New York and I'm gonna be like Carrie Bradshaw. Didn't last 3 months, babe. Couldn't deal with it. Went to London, was like, I'm gonna be in London, I'm gonna, you know, get into acting. Went to acting school, was having eye spasms, couldn't do it. Got on a train one day to Paris, didn't go back. I was in Paris, was like, this is my place. Not really sure what I was doing there, just drinking a lot of wine, but like, it was a place that made me feel like anything was possible. Especially as a woman, so much of my life has been spent trying to define myself, to make myself more palatable. Like when I was putting writing into the world, or modeling, or, you know, any of the other things, creative things I've been involved with, it's always that question people ask you of like, so what are you? What do you do?
So how do you find answering that question?
It used to actually keep me up at night. Especially in a place like New York, where it's like people will categorize you instantly of valuable and not valuable.
Right. It's like when people ask that question, there's a reason why people are asking that question. There's something they want to deduce from it, and deduce you to, and a box they want to put you in.
Are you gonna up my standing socially or not? That's what they're trying to figure out. You know, can you be of benefit to me? Are you gonna lift me higher or not? And you know, I've found it really,
especially in certain spaces.
100%. You know, for me, answering that question, I even went back to just like very broad, but I'm a creative. And I feel like even that answer sometimes annoys me as well. But I'm like, sometimes I'll go to the trouble, if you will, of like actually saying, well, I'm a multi-hyphenate creative. I do a lot of things. I actually like my body of work is not dependent on like one channel of output.
I think people really struggle to understand what that means a lot of the time because I think we're just so used to things that can be contained, things that can be easily understood. It's like, oh, you're this. It's like people are looking for one-word answers and we want to give them an essay.
100%, but I think that's such a disservice to our
Yeah, I agree.
experience.
And I think that in giving people answers that are more in-depth and honest to ourselves, it's like, in that little moment, maybe we're pushing something and expanding people's minds of like actually being, I don't have to be one thing. I don't have to be something that can be easily understood. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to expand your attention and awareness.
Yeah, this idea of like, if I can't define you, you belong to this dangerous other that makes you, the easiest thing that I find I've received is like crazy. It's like, you are then crazy. And I used to actually like find that so funny. Like I'd be like, yeah, I am crazy. Ah, ha, ha. And you know, now I think like crazy, I think over time crazy became something that I was like afraid of being called. But I think it like ties into these like feminine archetypes that are historical. People, especially men, trying to grapple with the internal female experience that is so intuitive, that is so
Layered.
natural, layered. You know, it's Dionysus, it's not Apollonian, it's not something you can find like structure and consistency in. There is cycles that are enacted upon us that we either have the choice to breathe into and lean into and like be part of,
And
or
also,
resist.
when people ask that, the what do you do question sometimes can feel so like it forces a identity that has permanence onto you. Like you are this.
It's a cage.
You are this and you shall not be
And
other.
here's the prescription, like, and this is the other thing, I used to try on these little identities, like I'm a creative director, I'm a writer, I'm an actress.
Yeah.
And it's funny how when you try on these identities, how like little things in you come alive and they become a bit more magnified and they get permission, but then other things are completely shut down.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're no
I find
longer
that
useful
difficult.
to the identity.
Yeah.
What am I? Well, a star. I'm the cosmos, baby. That's a Burning Man conversation if I ever heard one. You know, I'm a multi-hyphenate creative, which just means I can't really make up my mind of what I am. I literally
Which means
said
I'm a
that.
shapeshifter.
Yeah, I've literally said that to like a group of kids at the high school here. I had to go in and give a talk. I literally thought I was going to vomit, like standing in front of high school kids. My knees were shaking and I was stuttering. And I was like, this is hell. And they're like, so can you introduce yourself? What do you do? And I was like, I'm Sophie and I'm a multi-hyphenate creative, which just means I can't make up my mind.
Which is probably empowering for high school kids to feel, to see, like, you don't have to make
Like,
up
this woman is pathetic. How do you answer that question? So, tell me.
Well, when people ask me, what do you do? I feel myself shrink because I struggle to articulate in a concise way where people can like understand.
Try.
Okay, I'll try.
So, what do you do?
I will often say, sometimes I say artist, and sometimes just saying artist.
Yeah.
And then people think you just paint. I sometimes just say like I make videos on YouTube, but then I feel myself like I cave into this identity that I don't actually want to be a part of. And then people say, oh, so you're an influencer or something. And I'm like, I mean, I guess it's a part of my job, but I hope I'm a lot more than that. It's so difficult to express creative work in a few words. But sometimes it's just like, yeah, I think you just have to be comfortable with not being understood. I think that's just what it is. It's like, I can try and explain what I do, and just because somebody else doesn't understand what I do doesn't mean that I need to shrink, and doesn't mean that I need to feel small just because I can't articulate the depth of what it is that I feel I do in my work and what I wish to do and what I dream to do. I think I'm just trying to get better at standing in that and being solid in that, even when I see something from somebody else that maybe destabilizes me in a way of like, oh, maybe what you do isn't that great. It's like there's an inner voice, and then I have to tell myself, like, validate. It's just important to validate yourself.
Honestly, if there is a reason why you don't feel comfortable sharing your wholeness with somebody, that's your intuition going, this person can't hold that.
Exactly.
Like, there are some times where someone goes, what do you do? I go, I work in marketing.
Yeah.
I work in digital.
It's like, maybe it's not worth your energy to go to all that, like, to explain.
Hell no.
Yeah, and
They're just there going,
okay.
and then you go, what do you do? I work in finance. What's that?
Well, it's like the same thing people get asked, so where's home? Where are you from? And I'm like,
Oh, that's the
just-
same question for me.
You've
No.
opened a whole can of worms that I don't think that I want to unpack.
And sometimes I will give them the choice. I'll say, would you like the long version